This moment, the battle in the sky has also entered a wide, hot stage with loud explosions resounding. Surprisingly, the source of the explosion is our brave Bull. Bull now resembles a warrior, exuding a strong aura that counteracts the mysterious aura of the skeletons. On the other side, the fox demon girl is suppressing her opponent, launching multiple attacks in an instant, and sending the woman flying fiercely. It was smashed towards my floor tiles, but luckily I can repair infinitely, or else I wouldn't know whom to ask for compensation. In the midst of multiple clashes, the silver-haired woman's clothing becomes increasingly scant, constantly emitting enticing charm. I can't help but watch attentively, completely absorbed as she notices my fierce gaze. The girl is taken aback. Where did this trash come from, daring to glare at me? Are all the youngsters so arrogant these days? Hearing that this girl has entered my invincible domain, and is still so audacious, I immediately become unhappy and rush towards her, slapping her across the face. So you think you're tough, huh? The sudden strike bewilders the silver-haired girl, who hasn't even had a chance to speak. I follow up with another slap. You're dressed so scantily. Aren't you going to let me have a look? 2 consecutive slaps completely dumbfound the silver-haired girl, seemingly never having experienced such humiliation in her life. However, I continue my assault without pause, jumping up and delivering another powerful slap. You didn't expect this, did you? You bastard. I show no mercy towards this wicked individual, and directly stomp on her, crushing her last bit of stubbornness. Then in an extremely cool posture, I look at the 2 fools in the sky and say, "Come, let me show you something precious." These 2 idiots are obviously not fools, and when they see that I easily dealt with one person, with just 3 slaps, they can't help but hesitate. Seeing my display of power, the fox demon girl chimes in, "Behave and surrender. My master is terrifying when angry." Upon hearing the fox demon girl mention her master, the girl in question can't help but speculate. Could it be that Transcendence Realm, old monster? Sensing the pressure arising from imagination, the girl finally becomes timid. She orders the people nearby to prepare to retreat. Just as they are about to withdraw, the voice of the old man begging for help reaches us. Seeing the old man's desperate plea, the leader of the group doesn't even spare him a glance. "So it was you, worthless trash." Looking at the disdainful expression on the elder's face, the old man reveals the secret of my eternal life body. Hearing the temptation of the eternal life body, the 2 individuals who were about to escape immediately stop in their tracks. Desire truly holds invincible power. They then inquire about the opinion of the person behind them, and receive a positive response. Since that's the case, let's gamble, and turn the bicycle into a motorcycle. The snake, demon and bull. Upon seeing these 2 individuals, daring to mock them, I prepare to engage in another real fight with them. However, seeing their restlessness, I quickly intervene. "It's all right. Let them come." I secretly think to myself, "Come, come. The eternal life body you've all yearned for is right here. If you come, you'll only meet your demise." Seeing that they remain hesitant, I decide to give them a strong dose, emitting a fragrance from my body that spreads freely towards them. "Come at me, all of you." Initially indecisive, the 2 individuals in the air are swayed by the scent I emit. It confirms their belief that it is the aroma of the eternal life body, and prompts them to take a risk. However, due to my unrestrained release, even the 3 demons become attracted to this scent. The man is the first to lose his self-control, shouting, "Eternal life, flesh. I want to eat eternal life flesh." Seeing the first fish taking the bait, I can't help but chuckle. "Hee hee. You bastard, come. Come, I'll give you eternal life." As the perverted man approaches, I begin preparing my ultimate move, intending to keep all of them neatly contained with me. The next moment I directly reach out, and touch the top of the despicable man's head, pressing him down, allowing me to have a good feel of him. Then with a burst of force, I slam him towards the ground, creating a large pit. Do you think it's over? No, this is just the beginning. After that I grab his head with one hand, and repeatedly smash it to the ground, like an old farmer, tilling the land over and over again, rubbing against the ground and bricks. Seeing my horrifying appearance, the 3 demons who were just under the influence quickly regained their senses, cold sweat drenching their backs. How terrifying. So this is the true nature of a master. After countless slams, the system's prompt faintly comes in. "Congratulations, host, for killing a nascent soul realm, 4th heaven cultivator. Obtained 1,200 domain value." It's really tiring, but the domain value is quite substantial. Looking at the 2 nascent soul realm cultivators behind me, I also reveal a look of a predator, as if they are no longer individuals, but 2 walking experienced packages. The fox demon girl and Bull also recalled the strangeness. Just now, Bull innocently says, "I don't know. I only remember smelling a very fragrant scent just now." The snake demon also analyzes from the side. It's probably the master, taking out some kind of immoral treasure that affects consciousness. The leader girl in the sky, who was previously affected by the explosive scene, has regained her senses, and realizes that she narrowly escaped death. She was almost seduced by the temptation of the eternal life body. This kid is truly terrifying. I was almost fooled by the eternal life body. She looks down and doesn't see the figure of Cho Chin. To anywhere, damn it. Where did that useless trash go? Don't let me find him, or I'll chop him up and offer him to the heavens. Then without hesitation she starts running. Seeing the domain value in the air, and still thinking about escaping, I can't help but find it amusing. The domain value that's within reach still wants to escape from under my nose. It really doesn't take me seriously. Just as I wave my little hand, an unmatched pressure emanates from me. The girl who is a domain value becomes completely still. She can't move at all. With a panicked expression, she looks at me and asks, "What have you done to me?" Looking at the girl in front of me, I reassure her, telling her not to be nervous. "I just wanted to slightly enhance your aptitude. That's all." Upon hearing my inexplicable words, the girl directly curses at me, saying that I must be crazy. But in the next moment, the skills of all living beings continuously modify her aptitude directly. The girl immediately feels the unique power, and realizes that her aptitude is truly being enhanced. Is this something I can have for free? And with this action, it triggers a reaction from the Heavenly Tao. The Heavenly Tao senses that I'm once again helping someone to fight fate, and can't help but get angry, cursing. "Damn it, when will you ever stop? Can't you just mind your own business?" As for the Thunder Tribulation, it is once again completely transformed into nutrients by me, and infused into that girl. Seeing my familiar move, the Heavenly Tao is speechless. "Oh dear, why are you using that move again?" The silver-haired girl also feels the majestic Thunder Tribulation being converted into nutrients, continuously flowing into her meridians. Meanwhile, the girl's cultivation level was also skyrocketing. Seeing my dedicated appearance, she couldn't help but wonder why I was helping her improve her cultivation level. Could it be that she caught my interest? Although she had such thoughts, she couldn't help but feel a flutter in her heart. The cornered remnant soul was dumbfounded. Who is this person? This is too unbelievable. I have never seen anyone who can directly improve someone's cultivation level like this. If I hadn't annoyed him and tried to please him, the fox demon girl, seeing this, couldn't help but feel puzzled about why the master was helping them. As for the green snake brother, he couldn't understand what I was thinking, and silently watched everything. Meanwhile, I increased my output, and the power within my domain gathered towards the girl. As if going crazy, the silver-haired girl also felt, at this moment, that her body could no longer bear any more energy, and hurriedly shouted, "Stop, I can't take it anymore." In the sky, the Heavenly Tao, that had been bullied by me for a long time, was also desperate. It shouted and cursed, "You shameless brat." Then it slowly disappeared. As for me, I didn't feel anything at this moment. My mind was filled with a bold idea. As for the girl under my crazy improvement, she became a Transcendence Realm cultivator, and the first person in history to explode, due to spiritual power. Seeing the system prompt of 2000, domain value being credited, I also pondered, it seems that I can only elevate someone to the Transcendence Realm now. Well, it's not bad. Tearfully, I received 2000 points. As for the girl who slapped me 3 times before, she also woke up at this moment, and looked at her trembling body. I almost forgot that there was an experience package. Seeing her expression as if she was looking at her prey, the girl couldn't help but step back. There was no trace of the aura of a nascent soul realm cultivator left. Seeing her like this, I kindly said, "Don't worry, I won't go overboard." Then I skillfully activated the spiritual creatures. The girl felt the powerful energy gathering on her body, and shouted in fear, "Don't kill me, don't kill me." As for this girl, my mind was filled with helplessness. "I won't kill you. I'm just improving your cultivation level." After a series of actions, I didn't attract the expected Thunder Tribulation. Could it be that I've used it too many times, and the Heavenly Tao can't take it anymore? Seeing that, the anticipated Thunder Tribulation didn't appear. For a long time I had no choice but to give up. I waved my hand, and cleared the last experience package. These scenes left the 3 monsters dumbfounded. For a long time they couldn't calm down. The master actually improved their cultivation level, and killed their opponents in seconds. What kind of level is the master at? The system also prompted me that it discovered a bug. However, from now on, I can only use Thunder Tribulation once a month to enhance cultivation level of someone. The system forcefully fixed the bug, and then it prompted that it could be consuming 5000 domain value to upgrade to version 3. However, I chose to prioritize expanding the domain range. After all, expanding the combat range is the most important. I chose a domain range of 74 meters and shouted around, Little brother, come out. I can see you feeling the strand of remnant soul. Right behind my house. I couldn't help but find it funny. If it was outside, it would be fine. But it had to be within my domain range. Seeing that little brother directly rushing over, and constantly introducing himself, without stopping, he looked like a professional bootlicker. I couldn't help but feel nauseous. It makes me want to vomit. I naturally didn't have a good expression. For such an annoying person, after all, bootlickers must die. It's an eternal truth, so I grabbed his spiritual body and pulled him back and forth. You're pretty awesome. What else can you do besides this? Can you turn into a cute puppy and play? Faced with my inexplicable words, he was at a loss for words. After playing for a while, I lost interest and casually threw it aside, instructing you guys, take care of this thing. When Ling Bao wakes up, let her deal with it. Although this guy seems useful, he bullied Ling Bao like this. So let her decide. The fox demon girl, seeing that things were almost settled, asked me what arrangements I had for the future. Then I casually mentioned, didn't Ling Bao come back with a chicken? Why don't you go catch it and roast some chicken legs? As for the dragon fire turkey, king in our mouths, it's still looking for its way home. In the yard by the bonfire, we sat in a circle roasting the lost turkey, but my thoughts were not on this at the moment. I started considering that my invincible range was still too small, and I couldn't even cover a mountain. Moreover, I needed to expand and upgrade the system with domain value, which was a headache to think about. But if I wanted to quickly obtain domain value, I could only use my eternal life body and the holy, immortal sword to seduce them. However, the eternal life body clearly wouldn't work, as not only would it cause monsters and ghosts to lose control, but it seemed that Ling Bao and the three monsters would also be unable to resist. Afterward, I lifted the precious sword and said, my dear, for the sake of my domain value, it seems I'll have to sacrifice you. Then I threw the holy, immortal sword to the ground, and said, all right, you release your celestial aura here. Draw all those monsters and demons towards us. Just thinking about that scene made my mouth water uncontrollably. It felt like that scene would happen soon, and I would profit from it. The three monsters beside me looked at me foolishly, and started discussing among themselves. They talked about how I resembled someone with hemorrhoids. After enduring a long and painful 4-hour wait, they eventually fell asleep. As for me, my hair was already covered in spider webs, and I was growing impatient. Why hadn't a single monster or demon appeared, even after a whole night with each angry roar from me? The fox, demon girl and Ling Bao woke up from their slumber. Soon everyone was awake as I worried about this. The remnant soul of the skeleton sex master floated over wearing a flattering expression. Senior, I know what went wrong, he said obsequiously. I wasn't pleased with his servility and warned him, you better be right, or you'll be gone in the next moment. The remnant soul pointed at Ling Bao and the others, and said, you see, it's because they are the three demon kings of the temple and their aura is too strong. Those weaklings wouldn't dare to come and seek trouble. Seeing these energetic fellows behind me, I couldn't help but feel a surge of anger. So it was these guys causing the trouble, and these three monsters were not modest at all. They mistakenly believed they had performed well, and started boasting even more. I didn't waste time with these three fools, and used my unique skill to weaken them drastically. The once arrogant three demon kings, after my intervention, seemed lifeless and devoid of any vitality. Seeing me suppress the three demon kings, with a wave of his hand, and became more certain in his belief that I was a divine being. After dealing with those three troublemakers, I excitedly ran over to the immortal sword. My dear, now, no one will disturb our world of two. However, the immortal sword wasn't foolish. It was a sword with its own consciousness, and immediately escaped to a distance. Seeing the immortal sword acting so insolently, I couldn't help but get angry. You dare to run, this is my territory and I'm in charge. Come back to me after catching the immortal sword. I immediately bound it with a set of restraints. Come on, my little darling. Let me see what you can do. I ordered, quickly release your mighty celestial power. Once it realized it had nowhere to escape, the immortal sword obediently complied. A golden pillar of light instantly illuminated the entire night sky. Soon all the monsters and demons within a 10-mile radius noticed the towering pillar and reported back to their respective bosses, and upon confirming that the source of the light was, indeed, the immortal sword, the big bosses became interested. Laughter echoed through the air. I must obtain that immortal sword. With it, I won't have to fear those human cultivators anymore. The ghost city became lively due to the aura, and numerous vengeful spirits emerged, eager to join the crowd. And soon, the monsters and demons from the surrounding areas, as well as the hungry ghosts in the ghost city, gathered together with the same belief and intention. They all came to my little temple, watching the overwhelming horde of monsters and demons. It was reminiscent of the day when the eternal life sect was annihilated. But this time, I was no longer the useless person I used to be. I was a god in this domain. Today, it would be their turn to be wiped out. However, I didn't make any fancy attacks. With a wave of my hand, countless notifications rang out incessantly. Seeing the devastating scene, the little ghost became so frightened that his legs gave out, although he didn't have legs. As for the three monsters, they were stunned, it seemed like. This was the first time they witnessed such a scene. In 100 years after countless hours passed, the sky was filled with endless flames, illuminating the entire night. Seeing the bald sky above, I couldn't help but be surprised. This just kills them all. They really can't withstand a single kill. After killing so many monsters and demons, my domain value only increased by 3,400 points. But to upgrade the system, I needed 5,000 points then. I looked at the depleted immortal sword and wondered, why is it attracting only cannon fodder? The highest level is only the golden core realm. Or could it be that those nascent soul realm, old monsters are too far away to sense it? Or are they still observing? Thinking about it, I shouted to my three henchmen, I have a task for you now. Spread the news about the celestial aura in the immortal temple to all the nascent soul realm monsters. In the 10,000 mountains, the more who know, the better. I'm going to make a big move. After considering for a while, I felt it would be better to allocate their tasks more specifically, so I turned to them and said, who among you is more familiar with Cloud State? As soon as they heard my question, the snake demon and the fox demon eagerly stepped forward, pointing at themselves repeatedly saying me. However, since the snake demon was originally from Cloud State, I decided to prioritize him. I asked him to gather information about the Eternal Life Sect. As for the fox, demon and bull, I told them to spread the news about the immortal treasures. But since it was my first time giving out tasks, I wanted to make a grand gesture, so I conjured 3 immortal pills, and instructed them that, if they heard any news about the Eternal Life Sect, they should inform me immediately. I also told them to protect the sect leader, at all costs, even if it meant sacrificing everything. After conveying all the instructions, I tossed the pills to them, and skillfully painted a rosy picture. This is just an advance reward. There will be many benefits. Once the mission is accomplished, it's beyond imagination. The 3 demons were eager to set off. A week later, Lin Bao's father and the elder of the Nine Sword Sect arrived one after another. They had received information that Lin Bao was here. On this mountain peak, Lin Bao's father appeared cold and indifferent, clearly not believing in such rumors. But as a father, he couldn't let go of the possibility, even if it was just a 1 in 10,000 chance. Finally, they found the immortal temple where I was located. As for me, I was enjoying the attention from my followers, fully embracing my decadent appearance. Just then, I sensed the presence of intruders entering my domain. After carefully sensing it, I became excited and jumped up. It turned out to be nascent, soul realm cultivators, big fish that would increase my domain value. But the little ghost also sensed their aura. They were Lin Qingshan and Lin Hai, those 2 old fellows watching me, eager to go out hunting. The little ghost didn't choose to follow. Thoughts couldn't help but race through my mind. I can't let those 2 old dogs discover me. In such a sorry state just then, the 2 of them directly entered my palace. Seeing their spirited appearance, I was slightly surprised. But since they had delivered themselves to me, I didn't mind these details. I opened my mouth and asked, "Are you here to snatch the immortal treasures too?" Before I could continue pretending, Lin Bao's voice interrupted me. He was wearing a chef's uniform, holding a ladle and looking excitedly at the 2 people. "Dad, Grandpa, hi, I've been waiting so long for this domain value. Now it's all ruined." Lin Qingshan, seeing his daughter's unexpected appearance, couldn't help but get angry. "Lin Bao, what are you doing? Come back with me to the Nine Sword Sect." But Lin Bao immediately refused her father's request. "No, I want to stay with Master." Lin Qingshan was on the verge of losing his temper at his daughter's sudden defiance. Just as he was about to continue his lecture, he seemed to have grasped a crucial point. He looked at me, who was suave and debonair, and started scolding loudly. "Are you saying that the worthless person standing in front of me is what you're referring to? Just based on him, you?" This girl seemed to be deliberately provoking me. Seeing her own father dared to scold me like this, she even lost her composure, and was on the verge of losing her mind. She quickly stepped forward to stop them. "Father, please don't say that. Those who said similar things before had their ashes scattered. Master is capable of slapping a nascent, soul realm cultivator to death." Seeing Lin Bao's nervous appearance, Lin Qingshan began to suspect that I had done something to her. He waved his sleeve and said coldly, "Slapping a nascent soul realm cultivator to death. Impressive. You're quite good at bragging. Why not just blow the nascent soul realm to death?" In one breath, hearing Lin Qingshan's novel idea, I also discovered a new continent. It was indeed a good idea. I could try it next time. Lin Qingshan became angry. When he heard my agreement with his idea, "You shameless child, today, I will make you understand how vast the heavens are, and how thick the earth is." Just as they were about to take action, the old man also sensed something unusual behind him. Our brave bull and the fox demon sister had already returned. They happened to see Lin Qingshan inside the house, looking eager and ready to beat him up. Their anger instantly reached its peak, and Lin Qingshan, seeing the unparalleled killing intent emanating from the two demon kings, felt a sense of fear. He thought to himself, "What if they fight? I'm afraid I won't be their match. This 10,000 mountains is truly a hidden dragon and crouching tiger. I hope these two demon kings are not unreasonable people." Just as the situation became tense, Lin Bao suddenly stepped forward to explain, "They are my father and my grandfather. They are not bad people. Please don't attack them." Bao and the others were taken aback. When they heard that they were Lin Bao's relatives, they wilted instantly. It turned out they were Lin Bao's family. Embarrassed, Lin Qingshan looked at the dramatic scene before him, and became visibly upset. Meanwhile, I coughed lightly to break the silence and asked, "Have you taken care of the tasks I assigned you?" The fox demon sister quickly spoke up, trying to please me, "Master. Everything is in order." Looking at the awkward situation unfolding, Lin Qingshan's demeanor worsened. He mumbled to himself, "Miss Lin Bao, did I forget to take my medicine today? How did I fall for an illusion so easily?" Lin Hai also opened his eyes, looking at me with suspicion. He couldn't believe that the two demon kings were calling a mortal in front of the master. Could it be that this person was truly formidable, and hiding his true strength, even at the transcendence realm? And I naturally played along, appearing confident and stroking my chin, sizing up Lin Bao's section. "If there's a chance we could cooperate. Oh, by the way, where was I?" Lin Hai, upon hearing my question, also clasped his hands and said, "Esteemed one, you truly hide your strength well. Our sect master was just overly protective of her daughter, and unintentionally offended you. I hope you won't take offense." Hearing the old man giving me face like that, I casually replied, "No big deal. It's just a family matter." Upon hearing that they were family, Lin Qingshan suddenly shouted, "What family did I agree to this?" Lin Hai continued speaking, "Today we need to take Lin Bao away. We hope you won't interfere." Before I could say anything, Lin Bao started to make a scene, saying, I don't want to go home. I want to stay with my master." Seeing Lin Bao's adorable appearance, and the two men's firm attitude, I couldn't help but feel a bit angry. I calmly said, "You are Lin Bao's family. If she wants to go back with you, I won't stop her, but if she doesn't want to go, please don't force her." Seeing my attitude, Lin Hai also threatened indirectly, "Although you are the demon king, now that you've descended to the mortal realm, can you really contend with the immortals?" Hearing the old man mentioning the mortal realm, my interest was piqued. Did he happen to have any experience or information about it? Qiu Qian, too, naturally overheard our conversation, and thought to himself, "If the patriarch comes, maybe I can finally escape from here." But Lin Hai continued, "Cho Chin too is cunning and deceitful. Please be careful. It's better to hand over the immortal treasure to him directly. Don't risk your life for temporary greed." Upon hearing the old man's words, Zhou Chentu suddenly erupted in anger, saying, "Bullshit. Don't talk nonsense." Then he ran over trying to please me. "Senior, please don't believe their slander. I am now your person in life. In death I am definitely not the person they described. My lifelong goal is to be by your side, to serve you wholeheartedly, even in death." Lin Hai and the others heard this dog-like flattery, and felt the familiar aura in front of them. They recognized that the divine sense before them was, indeed, Cho Chentu, and I, seizing the opportunity, grabbed Cho Chentu and said, "Not bad. Your will to survive is quite strong." As he watched the scene unfolding before him, Lin Qingshan couldn't help but fall into an illusion. Can he really contend with the immortal? He just say that we are family. Lin Qingshan and Lin Hai looked at Xiao Chentu, who was now only left with his divine sense, constantly flattering me, and I couldn't help but speculate. Is this young man really some kind of great deity? Even I, the old man, can't understand it now. After being flattered by Cho Chentu for a while, I was in a great mood. "I didn't expect you to be quite eloquent, kid." Lin Qingshan also transmitted his voice, wondering if he should really entrust Lin Bao to him. Lin Hai also couldn't make up his mind for a while, and decided to wait and see. Seeing their attitudes, I knew their little schemes all too well. I spoke directly. "It seems that you two still have doubts about me. Just in time, we have guests coming. I'll let you see for yourselves." I randomly instructed the fox, demon sister, to receive the guests. In the next moment, a shouting voice came from outside the courtyard. I saw several figures coming into the courtyard. The leader, a fat man, questioned the fox demon sister, "Is the location of the immortal treasure you mentioned here, Where is the treasure? And where is the everlasting youth tree? Could it be that the human you mentioned, who sees the treasure, is the boy next to you? The fox demon sister candidly admitted. That's right, our young master has been waiting for you, for a long time. As for Lin Hai and the others, they looked up at the monster beasts above them, not frightened but their legs trembling. Are all these nascent soul realm demon kings? It's the first time I've seen 10 demon kings united. Lin Bao even took out the immortal sword and said, Dad, don't be afraid, master is powerful. The immortal sword is still with me. Seeing the immortal sword in Lin Bao's hand, Lin Qingshan became even more anxious. How did the immortal treasure end up with you? Quickly put it away. Don't let those demon kings see it. The demon kings in the sky are not fools. How could they not sense it at such a close distance? They shouted, kill them, take the immortal treasure, and the everlasting youth tree. I want to eat that boy. He'll be a delicacy for my unborn child. The giant monster behind them said, leave that little girl to me. I'll make her experience the desire for immortality and death, and I have been waiting for this moment for a long time. I immediately turned to the two behind me and said, watch closely, I'm about to show off. A master's move is often accompanied by a cool pose, and I am no exception. I started to move and twist directly, fully displaying my charm. After enjoying myself, I felt as if I had reached the pinnacle of life. I joyfully jumped up. The 10 demon kings on the opposite side were dumbfounded. Does this person have some serious illness? Will eating him affect our intelligence? I did feel insulted. Lin Hai and the others had never seen such a grand scene before. They were all speechless and puzzled, saying, can he really defeat the 10 demon kings in front of him? In response to Lin Qingshan's question, Lin Hai didn't know how to answer, and uncertainly said, he should be able to. Seeing this, Lin Bao stepped forward and explained to his father and grandfather, Master, it's not like that, it's really not like that. But in the end, there are still people who can appreciate it. This unique sense of beauty. The fox demon sister looked at me with a spring-like heart, continuously praising me, saying, Master, you're so handsome. From then on, my showboating officially ended. I lifted both hands and a powerful force erupted. The 10 demon kings in front of me were all destroyed. Under my manipulation of all living beings, bursting into pieces, I added 10 more guys who were killed by spiritual power. Then the system's rewards came pouring in, directly credited with 12,000 domain value points. Currently accumulated 15,450 points. Seeing the familiar upgrade prompt, I continued to flaunt my handsome posture, softly said, upgrade, but the people in front of me couldn't adapt to the situation. For a while, stunned and motionless, and then Lin Hai and the others' brains finally reacted. They shouted, he just killed the 10 demon kings like nothing. What kind of power is this? Could it be that he has already mastered the power of the laws? In comparison, Bull and the fox demon sister showed no reaction, as if everything that happened was within their expectations. Lin Qingshan suddenly turned to look at Lin Hai. Could he be an immortal? Lin Hai directly denied it. Immortals have to ascend. The laws of the 9 provinces cannot tolerate the existence of immortals. Even if immortals descend, their strength will greatly diminish. They cannot stay in the continent at all. But Lin Qingshan said again, he can easily use the power of the laws. He doesn't care about the title of immortal. Could it be that he is the legendary being who can kill immortals in an instant? When the old man heard this, he felt that it was true. Lin Bao actually found such a powerful master. I wonder if he would accept me as a disciple. If I go to apprentice now, feeling the admiring gazes around me, I couldn't help but indulge in it. It's not in vain that I've seen all kinds of cool, slow motion scenes. Pretending is really cool. It's a pity that pretending doesn't earn domain value. Otherwise I could dominate the continent. Immediately after receiving my feedback, the system successfully upgraded to version 3, and unlocked a brand new function. True immortal solution to the Tao. Just at the moment of my success, Lin Hai and the others also smelled an unusual fragrance. This scent successfully attracted Bull and the fox demon sister as the person involved. I secretly thought it was not good. How did the seal of the eternal life body in my body disappear before I could think about how to solve it? The people behind me had already rushed towards me, seemingly wanting to fry and stew me. I didn't have much time to think about the sudden rampage of these people. I directly raised my hand and suppressed them, and above their heads, a huge ball of light appeared out of thin air, and pressed down on them. After seeing them fall, I breathed a sigh of relief. How did the prohibition disappear? After this level of upgrade, what should I do now at this time? The system also revealed the new function. True Immortals. Simplified solution. I am the immortal. My words and actions embody the true meaning of the immortal's way, containing the truths of the great Tao. Looking at the explosive introduction on the panel, I appeared somewhat hesitant. Let's give it a try first. Then at this moment, the system reminded me once again, true immortal solution to the Tao. It can cover the host's body with immortal charm. Not only can it conceal appearance, it can also hide the aura of the eternal life body. Seeing this explanation, I was at a loss for words. Why didn't you mention this good thing earlier, saying that I directly used it? But after using it there was no change. You say it changed, there really isn't much difference. You say it didn't change, it seems to have gained an additional 50 cents worth of special effects regarding my question. The system directly shifted the blame, and let me develop it on my own, seemingly to compensate for my injured heart. It gave me a package of salted fish. As soon as I heard that, there was a gift package to open. I didn't care if it was salted fish or not. After all, products from the system are always top-notch. After opening the gift package, I obtained a new function, mirror flowers and moon reflections, and received a function experience card, eternal existence of the immortal's way, and it was stated that it can only be used once. Looking at the experience cards in front of me, I couldn't help but wonder, can only be used once. Seeing my dumbfounded expression, the considerate system explained with this card, mortals can be transformed into immortals. When I heard that there was such a good thing, I asked then what would happen if I used it on myself. As expected, Dad's system immediately poured cold water on me. The eternal existence of the immortal's way can only be used on objects. Post is not an object. Then I continue to ask, what if I use it on the invincible domain? After the domain expands, will this thing expand with it? But Dad's system, apparently he started another money-making scheme. It reminded me that, as long as I spend 5,000 domain value points, I can expand along with the invincible domain and unlock new gameplay. When I heard there was new gameplay, I couldn't help but feel excited. Why not invest a little and give it a try? After successfully unlocking it, the eternal existence of the immortal's way also became a permanent function. Within the domain, it transformed into an emperor. As long as one cultivates in the invincible domain, even trash can become immortals. Just at this moment, there was movement from the pool behind me. Golden-haired and green-eyed, little Loli emerged from the water. Looking at the little Loli in front of me, I couldn't help but be stunned. After a while, Lin Hai and the others also woke up. Looking around at everything, the old man's eyes widened even more. This is immortal energy, and that golden-haired, green-eyed little Loli. Naturally, it was the little spirit. I transformed using spirit grass a while ago, feeling great. I was lying on the fox demon sister's body, at the moment, feeling the beauty of this moment. Lin Hai and the others not far away also recognized it. This is a spirit grass spirit transformation. Seeing the dreamlike scene in front of Lin Qingzhong, he couldn't help but ask Lin Hai, didn't we just take a nap? How did we directly ascend to the immortal realm? And old Hai being somewhat knowledgeable, we should still be in the immortal temple. All this in front of us is probably the work of that senior. Upon hearing this, Lin Qingshan immediately held old Hai in his arms. Seeking that sense of security, old Hai also told the story of the legendary horizontal strike immortal, who tens of thousands of years ago turned the upper realm upside down. An extremely extraordinary existence. I'm afraid the senior in front of us is that person. As long as we have this senior, we no longer need to fear the immortals. At that time, my nine-sword sect. Before finishing the sentence, Lin Qingshan in excitement grabbed old Hai's beard. But isn't this horizontal strike immortal really going to help us? And old Hai being pulled and feeling pain yelled, "Let go, you idiot." Look at the relationship between the senior and Lin Bao. As long as we don't hold him back, we ignore us in an instant. Lin Qingshan suddenly realized, whispered, now that the skeleton sect is without a leader, we might as well offer ourselves to the senior and cling to his thigh. Old Hai also agreed, saying, I've been in this martial world for so many years. This is definitely a rare opportunity. If we don't seize it now, we may never get the chance to cling to a thigh. Lin Qingshan bowed to me. Seeing this, I also stopped pinching Little Ban's face, and Lin Qingshan also bowed and said, Sorry for the disturbance. We should leave now. We have offended many before. Please forgive us, senior. We will also trouble senior in the future. Seeing their sincere attitude, I smiled and said, It's all right. It's all right. You guys should come often in the future. Then I remembered one more thing. If that immortal causes trouble for you, please make sure to have them come to me. Hearing my concern for them, Lin Qingshan's heart warmed. Senior is indeed a good person. He is willing to go against the immortals. For us, and in my mind, I also thought a powerhouse at that level must have a lot of domain value. And then Lin Qingshan said, Senior, rest assured, my nine-sword sect will never hold you back. Please wait for our news, senior. After saying that, he turned his head and said to Lin Bao, Lin Bao, you must listen to senior's words carefully. Even if something happens, it will be a great opportunity for you. Seeing this scene, I was even more confused. The sudden change was too big, At this moment little Ben, beside me suddenly fainted. I grabbed little Ben and shook her, trying to wake her up after several attempts. Little Ben's body suddenly emitted light, followed by a shrinking of her figure. Once again she became the size of a palm. This shocked me to the core. Facing this suddenly diminished little band, I panicked, and brought her to the side of the fox demon girl. After all, she has lived for hundreds of years, and knows much more than me, a big shot who only knows how to show off. After a thorough examination by the fox demon girl, she also suddenly realized and said to me, "Master, don't worry, she has embarked on the path of the demon." Now seeing my puzzled look, she continued initially, the transformation from a plant form to a spirit does not count as demon. To become a true demon, she needs to absorb the essence of the sun and moon to embark on the demon path. When I first embarked on the demon path, it took me several years, and I was hailed as a genius in the Celestial Fox, ancient clan. But little Ben only took 1 day. Her talent is probably already surpassing the 9th rank. She possesses the qualifications of an unparalleled genius. But now little Band can't maintain her form. She has just stepped onto the demon path. It's not due to a lack of cultivation techniques, which leads to the inability to control her spiritual energy. If there is a suitable cultivation technique, little Ben can control her spiritual energy, and her body won't suddenly shrink. There will also be new changes in her appearance. Hearing this, my mind couldn't help but imagine that scene. A golden-haired, blue-eyed little loli calling me daddy, and transmitting a healing smile to me every day. The more I thought about it, the more excited I became. My old face couldn't help but turn red. This is just too amazing. Then I turned to the fox demon girl and said, "Aren't you the demon king? Your cultivation technique is very suitable for her. You are the subordinate I trust the most. I'll leave the task of imparting the cultivation technique to you." Upon hearing that, I trust her the most. The fox demon girl blushed instantly. In her mind, she kept imagining things that I, such a powerful person, could have personally taught her. But now she was entrusted with such an important task. After a while of imagining, the fox demon girl said, "I will pass the test. I'll take little Ban back to our clan. I will make sure she has her own cultivation technique. I won't let you down, master." By then, little Ben might even become your capable assistant. In her heart she couldn't help but think, the clan will surely be overjoyed as well. I have brought such a great support to the family, although, I don't know how much the fox demon girl has imagined, in her mind, as long as she can make little Ben become what I imagine, it's fine. And I said solemnly, "I entrust my future happiness to you." Watching the fox demon girl's figure disappear into the distance, I bid farewell with tears. "Go quickly and come back quickly. I'll be waiting here for your good news." Seeing them disappear into the sky, the scene suddenly became desolate. Feels strange without the girls. Bull deeply agreed with this as well. But then Bull immediately gave me a seductive look. "Master, aren't I still here?" Old Bull. I was taken aback by Bull's sudden attack, and was immediately knocked down. Bull saw my resistance, and excitedly said, "I know many fun tricks under Bull's strong attack." My desperate cries echoed, "You better stop or I'll stew you in a hot pot." Lin Bao, who was watching the scene, also showed indescribable expressions. A few days later, I saw a giant python with its blood-filled mouth, wide open, biting towards my head. After one bite, my figure also turned into holy light and dissipated, and I was infuriated in the courtyard. My clones were killed by that snake twice. Damn it, one day I will personally peel off its skin. Immediately I instructed Lin Bao today, as your master. "I want to eat snake soup," Lin Bao immediately responded, and quickly caught one for me. As for my clones, they are the illusory figures. In the gift package of salted fish, the more domain value, the more powerful the clones. Controlling the clones is like wearing VR glasses to watch a movie. Killing the clones won't affect my true self. And now with all my assets combined, I can only exchange for an Essence Soul Realm clone. I'm so poor, when will those immortals come? Even the landlord's house has run out of food. Just as Lin Bao was preparing to make a feast of snake soup for me, suddenly she became alert and looked behind her. And I also sensed it. It seemed like a super large experience. Pack had entered my domain. I was originally worried about not having enough domain value. But unexpectedly, it came to me. But the next moment, a crisp knocking sound suddenly echoed. "Is anyone there, please?" Upon hearing this polite greeting, both Lin Bao and I were stunned. Do the great demons these days have such manners? As the words fell, a pair of delicate jade legs came into view, and a beautiful, fairy-like woman stood hesitantly at the door. "Is Chin Chan on here, please?" Looking at the stunning beauty in front of me, my blood couldn't help but surge. Is this how beautiful women come knocking on the door? Although Lin Bao is also a girl, she couldn't help but be attracted by her appearance. She's so beautiful, love her, love her. And at this moment, The first thing to do is, of course, to leave a good impression on this beauty. I instantly changed my appearance. Even the background wall turned into a lovely pink. I am 9 and you are 3. Hello? I am Chin-chaman, the beautiful woman in front of me, apparently wasn't captivated by my handsome entrance, and instead she softly said, Senior, I am by you from the heavenly demon, ancient fox clan, under the request of the red-clothed sister. There is something I need to inform Senior. Upon hearing the words, fox, demon girl, I suddenly had a bad premonition. Then are you directly said? The red-clothed sister has been imprisoned. Upon hearing this, my face couldn't help but darken. As for the Nine Swords sect, it's in chaos with corpses strewn all over the place. Lin Hai, on that day, looked at the sky in despair. It's over. It's all over. If there was only one immortal coming to the moral realm as the horizontal strike immortal, he could handle it alone, but now, there are 12 immortals, from the higher realm and the moral realm, and the leader is the patriarch of the skeleton sect. He had a terrifying expression staring at Lin Hai below. Where is the holy immortal sword? Along with his questioning, an extremely terrifying pressure suddenly appeared out of thin air, pressing down on everyone from the Nine Sword sect. Although facing the disaster of annihilation, Lin Hai still didn't betray me in the slightest. Gritting his teeth, he said, I don't know anything. One of the 12 immortals directly approached Old Ghost. Stop wasting time, just search his soul directly. Then Lin Hai had no resistance. He was grabbed by the long-haired man, and his soul was searched. Soul searching is an evil method. Lightly, the person being searched becomes an idiot. Heavily, they die. After a burst of light, the long-haired man learned everything he wanted to know. The sinister laughter immediately followed. Unexpectedly, in this mortal realm, there is actually the legendary horizontal strike, immortal. After saying that, he casually flicked Lin Hai away. Another lackey followed suit. With lingering fear, he said, the horizontal strike, immortal, disappeared. Tens of thousands of years ago. How could there be such a terrifying existence? In this mortal realm, however, the long-haired lackey didn't take it seriously. There is one in this mortal realm, and the holy immortal sword we are looking for is in his hands. The patriarch of the skeleton sect sneered disdainfully. What is there to fear in this mortal realm? Could there be anyone who can oppose us? It's just a horizontal strike, immortal. Even if they encounter the 12 of us immortals, they will only meet their death. Even if there is someone, they are probably just some mountain villagers, pretending to be. Let's go. It's time to take back the holy immortal sword. After reading Lin Hai's memories, the long-haired lackey learned my location. He immediately rushed to the forefront. Let's go. Let's meet that horizontal strike immortal. At the holy land of the celestial fox ancient clan, a charming and beautiful woman couldn't help but look into the distance. Such a strong celestial aura, it seems, that an immortal has descended to the mortal realm. This person is the leader of the fox demon clan, Ning Shu. At this moment, a purple-haired little fox demon spoke to Ning Shu. Grandma red-clothed, and little band still refuse to stay in the clan. We have intercepted them, but red-clothed wants to see you. Then with confusion, she asked Grandma, why did we have to keep that demonic plant? Clearly she has no cultivation at all. Upon hearing this, Ning Shu glanced at the little fox demon. What do you know? Although she currently has no cultivation, her talent has surpassed the 9th rank. She is an extremely abnormal existence among the demon clan, and her demon body origin is just an ordinary Platycodon grandiflorus plant. Upon hearing Ning Shu's explanation, the purple-haired girl was also taken aback. How is that possible? Ning Shu continued. You see, although she has no cultivation now, once she starts practicing, her progress will be incredibly fast. She will be able to ascend to immortality in no time, and we will have a powerful ally for the development of our clan. It is a great benefit with no harm. After listening to Ning Shu's explanation, the purple-haired girl said, I see. Ning Shu didn't waste any more words and directly said, Alright, go meet that traitor in the dungeon of the Fox Demon clan. Our Fox Demon girl is bound by iron chains to an iron pillar, while little Ben is suspended by iron chains, swinging back and forth at this moment. Footsteps could be heard coming from upstairs. The Fox Demon girl looked at the person in front of her and couldn't help but blurt out Grandma. Ning Shu looked at the pitiful red, clothed in front of her, without a trace of pity, and coldly said, Red clothed, are you still unwilling to stay in the clan? In response to the clan leader's question, the Fox Demon girl still refused to relent, and said, I came this time with my master's mission. If you don't want little Ben to observe our techniques, please let us leave the small lackeys behind. Heard and mocked as a talented member of the heavenly demon, ancient fox lineage, to actually recognize a lowly human as their master. Humans are simply unworthy of being our masters. Don't persist in your delusion anymore. The fox demon girl could tolerate being insulted, but to insult her along with her master was too much. Her spiritual energy instantly erupted, releasing a powerful, oppressive force in all directions. But such power was still insufficient. In Ningxu's eyes, with a wave of her hand, she quelled everything. The small lackeys behind her were saved as a result. Seeing the fox demon girl's refusal to show respect, Mengshu's expression turned cold. If you persist in your delusion, don't blame me for showing no mercy. But the fox demon girl continued to speak of my legend, and then, she continued to persuade Ningxu. Please believe me, Grandma, as long as we befriend our master, the benefits it will bring to our heavenly demon, ancient fox clan will be plentiful and without harm. Hearing the fox demon girl's ridiculous words, Ningxu became even more disdainful. How can you rely on what you say about your master? Can he withstand the descent of an immortal? At most he's just like me, at the peak of the nascent divinity stage. Now that an immortal has descended, as long as that immortal treasure is still in his hands, the immortal will eventually find him, and then he will not escape death. Mengshu turned around without looking back and left mourning. Who knows? Perhaps you'll have to thank me later for binding you here and letting you escape calamity. The fox demon girl, unable to communicate, pondered how to escape. On the side of the celestial temple, Bai Yu also keenly felt the power emanating from the immortal, and was filled with panic. Thinking about how to escape from me, she prepared to speak to me, but she happened to see my gloomy face, and Bai Yu couldn't help but think. So the senior also sensed that pressure, which is why he looks so gloomy. As for me, how could I be concerned about those few experience packs at this moment? In a cold voice I said, your heavenly demon, ancient fox clan is truly audacious to dare imprison even this lord's people. You're truly seeking death. Hearing this, Bai Yu was also stunned. Unexpectedly, in such a critical situation, the senior was still concerned about the imprisoned Red Cloth and little Ban, unable to bear it any longer. I pounded the ground in frustration. Bai Yu, go tell that so-called grandma, if Red Cloth and little Ban are not released within 3 days, then just wait for death in this day and age. Do these lackeys not even regard immortals as anything? Under my pressure, Bai Yu also became fearful, and reluctantly agreed, while reminding me, Senior, now that an immortal has descended, shouldn't you find a place to hide? I disdainfully dismissed Bai Yu's reminder. Is the immortal strong? This lord has been waiting for them for a long time. After all, it's not every day you come across a good opportunity to exploit. In the sky, lightning flashed and thundered incessantly, as if doomsday had arrived. The demons and monsters of the 10,000 mountains all knelt on the spot, trembling uncontrollably. The small lackeys of the heavenly demon, ancient fox clan, also looked fearfully toward the sky. It has been thousands of years since an immortal descended to the 10,000 mountains. What is the purpose of this immortal? As for Ningxu, the demon empress, she was now fully focused, and denied the words of the small lackeys. It's not just one immortal, but 12 immortals. This is something that hasn't happened in thousands of years. Ningxu casually explained to the small lackeys. In the flying immortal mountain, there is an unknown cultivator who took advantage of his own strength to steal an immortal treasure, causing a great calamity this time. He's doomed. And then Ningxu couldn't help but feel fortunate. Luckily, I made the right choice. Fortunately, the purpose of this immortal's visit is only for the immortal treasure. If I hadn't imprisoned Red Cloth and Little Ban, they would be in great danger. After that, including Ningxu, the few lackeys, they all showed mocking smiles. Watch carefully and learn well. It's rare for an immortal to take action. Let's see how this brat can defend himself. In those 12 immortals, they have already reached the range of the immortal temple. But what surprised them was, there was actually immortal energy within this small temple. One of them even pointed to the temple and said, look, that's immortal script. Immortal energy in a resplendent youth. Immortal tree that has already borne fruit. Seen such a treasure land. Everyone's faces were filled with joyous smiles, and the leading old man with long beard, greedy, said, this immortal land must be taken back to the Shuangmu, immortal territory. If we have this immortal land, our cultivation will advance by leaps and bounds. Meanwhile, I was observing the incoming people outside. 4, a total of 12 immortals. These are all domain value. Ah, it seems I'm about to become a real wealthy landowner. But Lin Bao didn't think so. She trembled uncontrollably. 12 immortals, and our brave bull was equally afraid. But he didn't show any signs of retreat. Lin Bao couldn't hold back either. He directly took shelter in my arms. Seeing them so cautious, I smirked. With me here, what is there to fear? Just then, a heavy object smashed onto my floor tiles. At that moment, my floor tiles felt pain for 3 seconds. After the dust settled, Bull looked at the things that appeared in front of him, and stammered, isn't that the old man from before? Lin Bao followed his gaze and trembled uncontrollably. Grandpa High. From high above? The voices of the small lackeys also came. Kid, you're the horizontal strike immortal. Seeing that they were implicating innocent people, I couldn't help but grow cold. If you want the sword, come at me. What's the point of involving innocent people? When the old man heard that I dared to question him, I couldn't help but get angry. Even the ants in the mortal realm dare to question us. The woman behind him chuckled and said, the Nine Swords sect ants that don't listen. They've already gone to meet Jesus, huh? The long-haired lackey also spoke up. What's the point of talking? Just kill him directly. Take back the holy sword immediately, and report back to the immortal lord. Soon a fierce battle was about to begin. Suddenly a golden light burst forth from my territory, directly attacking the 12 lackeys. But the leading man casually blocked it, sending the golden strike flying. The golden-haired woman among the lackeys shouted sternly, you're quite audacious. And the person who unleashed the strike was naturally Lin Bao, who possessed the immortal sword. The golden-haired woman instantly recognized that the holy, immortal sword was in Lin Bao's hands. Seeing that the holy, immortal sword was actually being wielded by a mere, golden core realm cultivator, the leading old man was furious. The immortal lord's sword, how dare a lowly ant like you use it? You're seeking death then. The old man transformed into a huge skeleton, and unleashed a deadly strike at Lin Bao. Under this immense pressure, Lin Bao was so scared that he couldn't move. Seeing the situation, I knew it was time to show off. I suddenly leaped out and stood in front of Lin Bao. My palm became a blade slashing at the huge skeleton. In an instant, golden light flashed, and the huge skeleton was directly chopped down. Indeed, when it comes to showing off, it must be me. Then I spoke arrogantly to the group of lackeys. You dare touch my disciple. But these 12 lackeys didn't take it seriously at all. They mocked one after another. Old man, old ghost, you've become weaker, can't even kill a mortal ant. Just then, the old ghost snorted. I only used 1/10 of my power just now. Although he said this to save face, he still realized rationally that if this kid could withstand my attack, he must have some hidden card. Let's not underestimate him. But the long-haired man beside him didn't pay attention at all. Still smugly said, there are more of us. Crushing him will be easy. Suddenly the sound of a sword falling to the ground, and Lin Bao behind me wailed in grief. Master, my father is gone. The Nine Swords sect is gone too. These cries of sadness deep to the bone struck my heart. I turned around and gently wiped away Lin Bao's tears. Disciple, don't cry. Your master will always protect you by your side. After everything was done, I picked up the immortal sword from the ground. Under my blessing, the power of the holy, immortal sword increased by an unknown amount. So I looked up towards the sky. Lin Bao watched closely today. As your master, I will avenge you. Seeing my serious expression, 12 lackeys in the air laughed incessantly, as if they heard the most amusing joke in the world. Kid, who gave you the courage to speak such words to me? To kill me, haha. With just a spit I can kill you. One of the sweet women even said, the immortal lord is getting impatient. Better retrieve the holy immortal sword soon. As for this kid, I'll reclaim the immortal sword and kill him. The other lackeys expressed their agreement, and chanted together, to retrieve the holy immortal sword. After a minute, these 12 lackeys looked down in confusion. It seemed like nothing had happened. The lackeys who realized what was going on opened their mouths in astonishment. Why is the holy immortal sword not responding? This is the incantation, personally taught by the immortal lord. It should work as long as the distance is close enough. How could the immortal sword not respond? Is it because the distance is not close enough? So these 12 individuals flew into my domain range, and then the woman who didn't believe it tried again. But the result was still no response. After being slapped in the face several times, these people seem to have realized the reality. Could it be that this kid has used some unspeakable means to control the immortal sword? And I, looking at the immortal sword in my hand, reasonably said, if you want to go back, I won't stop you. The immortal sword trembled frantically, seemingly afraid that I would abandon it at any moment. The lackeys in the air saw this and exploded in anger. Let me go, you damn dog. The girl next to them stopped them. This person is very strange. Let me probe first. Then with a series of movements, countless thunder tribulations appear out of thin air. The girl proudly said, the heavenly thunder is a law of the mortal world. The trash of the mortal world cannot resist the heavenly path. In the end, let me use this move to annihilate him. Retrieve the immortal sword. After the girl cast her spell, the thunder tribulations of the heavenly path converged. Accompanied by an unparalleled aura of destruction, they officially made their appearance. The newly appointed heavenly path at this moment, still unaware of the despair would face, was happy to be summoned with the girl's movements. The thunder tribulation struck towards my direction, and the thunder tribulation itself cheered and soared. I love striking people the most. Let me see who's the unlucky one this time. Just as the thunder tribulation was about to strike me, it suddenly recognized my figure. The fear from that day rushed back into my heart. The thunder tribulation unexpectedly stopped in midair. Damn it, why is it him again? Immediately it turned around, and rushed back in the direction it came from. Today whoever loves to strike, will strike. I won't strike anymore, goodbye, idiot. The long-haired girl was also dumbfounded. Why is the heavenly path cursing now? Seeing the embarrassed look of the little girl, I couldn't help but laugh. Is this it? I can't believe it. Little girl, are you socially awkward? Even as an immortal, you guys seem so powerful. But in reality, you're just so small. Hearing my mockery, the 12 immortals in the air were infuriated, eyes filled with rage, as if they had never experienced such humiliation in their thousands, or tens of thousands of years of existence. Immediately, these 12 lackeys moved. In an instant filled with boundless killing intent, it came rushing towards me. Seeing the 12 immortals rushing to their own deaths, I couldn't help but laugh. Oh, not bad. It's a 12p after all. Then I swung my great sword and swept it towards them, not forgetting to kindly remind them my sword is big. You'll have to endure a bit. Seeing my impending strike, the long-haired man was the first to react, shouting loudly, "This person is not ordinary. Quick run!" Hearing this, the 12 immortals who had just been proud and arrogant, scattered and fled in all directions. There was no trace of their immortal appearance anymore. The small lackeys who narrowly escaped, expressed their lingering fear. Thank goodness we managed to avoid that sword otherwise. Before they could finish their sentence, they were interrupted by a girl beside them. Pointing in my direction, she said, "Look everyone." The gazes of the crowd turned towards the direction the girl was pointing, only to see a huge rift, tearing through the heavens and earth. At the spot where I had struck, just moments ago, the trembling girl continued, "Even as beings of the upper realm immortals, we cannot create a spatial rift that tears through the heavens and earth. But this boy before us has done it." The man with long hair twitched, his mouth stuttering. He said, "How is that possible?" The leader himself is well aware of the power of that strike, sweating profusely in fear. This can only be accomplished by someone who has surpassed the laws of the 9 provinces, continent. And this boy did it with just one strike. The other immortals also lost their composure, panicking like children, while the green-haired chubby guy noticed my actions, shouting loudly as the one who caused the rift. I curiously reached my hand into it, splitting open such a huge hole. What if I can't repair it? Will I have to pay for it? But my actions caused even more cold sweat to run down the immortals' faces. What is this guy doing? That's the power of space destruction, that even the Lord himself fears. Is he touching it so directly? Isn't he seeking death? The man with long hair couldn't help but curse. Is this the point? Isn't the point that this guy is completely unaffected? After a while, the enormous rift unexpectedly started closing up. Little by little, seeing this, I felt a bit disappointed. I had planned to exploit the space I destroyed, and extort a reward from the system. But somehow I faintly heard a sigh from the system. After the space had completely healed, I looked towards the 12 domain values, sensing something. These 12 individuals also showed signs of retreat. But how could I let them succeed? With an excited expression, I said to them, "Are you prepared to be crushed by me?" In the end, fear overcame their rationality, and these 12 individuals gathered their courage, once again shouting slogans together, encouraging each other, as they continued to charge towards me. Seeing the 12 individuals rushing towards me, I couldn't help but laugh softly, calling out, "Stop." As soon as the words fell, these 12 immortals froze in place. All their momentum came to a halt. On each of their faces, there was an unquestionable expression. But the man with long hair and the leader had some understanding trembling. They said, "Laws. This is the power of laws. You're done for now." As for me, I didn't feel much after all. They were the domain values I had obtained. Instead, I reached out and patted Lin Bao's head. "Good disciple, watch closely. See how I kill the enemies, who killed your father and high grandfather." Feeling the danger of death, these 12 individuals also lost their composure, daring to talk tough even at the brink of death, threatening me. But their threats sounded more like they were continuously providing me with domain values. Hearing this, I couldn't help but burst into laughter. "That's great. Hurry up and let your so-called immortal lord, or immortal king, come and find me. If he dares to come, I'll send all of you to meet under the 9 springs." Seeing my fearless and mocking expression, these 12 immortals completely lost their composure. Regretful tears seemed ready to burst forth. "But I don't have any fondness for these old things," I said immediately. "Even the heavenly Tao of the lower realm is a coward. He doesn't dare to deal with you. I'll take care of it. I will be the one to bring justice to the innocent people killed by the 9 Swords sect in this world." And each of the 12 immortals was engulfed in flames, burning together with the evil they committed. and Xiao Qian too, who were beside me, were also speechless with astonishment, looking at the flames illuminating the sky. I turned to Lin Bao and said, "Watch carefully, work hard to cultivate and become stronger. Don't disappoint the expectations of your father and the others at this moment." It seemed like she had grown up a lot, without tears, without noise, just quietly nodding the heavenly demon. Ancient Fox sect watched this live broadcast. From a distance, the mocking voices disappeared without a trace. Ning Shu, the demon emperor, trembled uncontrollably when he saw the flames in the image before her. Even from 100,000 miles away, she could feel the scorching heat of the flames. She said, "The flames that can burn immortals are no ordinary flames. They are celestial flames, divine flames." Also, until this moment, she realized how wrong her decision was. After my manipulation with the divine fire, those immortals one by one were refined into medicinal pills by me, achieving maximum resource utilization. Even immortalization as pills is a fitting end for them. Otherwise their deaths would be too wasteful. But I quickly noticed something was amiss. Just a glance from me, Mingshu, the demon emperor's spying technique, instantly shattered along with their hearts, shattered to the bottom of the valley. Mingshu couldn't stop trembling as she said, "One sword repelled the immortal. One scolding dismissed the immortal with just a thought. He slaughtered 12 immortals. Is this the master that the red-robed person mentioned? The immortals all died by his hands. Then what is my cultivation in the transcendence realm worth?" Ning Shu, becoming more and more fearful, suddenly thought, "I actually imprisoned the red-robed person, and little Ben, as well. This act of great defiance is no different from seeking death. Now it's completely over by you." Also returned at this moment, and she said to Ningshu grandmother, the senior, requests her to send back the red-robed person and little Ban to Flying Immortal Mountain. Within 3 days, the already half-dead Ningshu panically said, Send. Apart from sending them back today, we also need to apologize to the senior. I hope the senior will be generous, and not casually annihilate our heavenly demon." Ancient Fox Clan, after retrieving the immortal pills. I looked puzzledly at the sky. I always feel like I've been spied on lately. Have there been more little fans at this moment? Ball, the loyal follower, came rushing towards me. All 12 immortals are actually dead. Master is simply incredibly strong. Ball with shining eyes exclaimed on the side, directly refining the immortals into immortal pills. This is too awesome. The eternal god of the young master. But I didn't care about their bragging towards me. I was too excited holding the immortal pills in my arms. From now on just call me the rich tycoon. But soon I realized, what about my domain value? Why is there no prompt this time? Where did my domain value go? System, come out. Did you secretly take my domain value for yourself? The system, startled by my sudden outburst, quickly came out to explain. Domain value is being acquired due to the large value. It cannot be loaded immediately. Please wait, host. Seeing the system's explanation, I couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. Thank goodness, I thought, for a moment, that this darn thing had the intention of embezzling my domain value, and had made off with the money. After everything was resolved, Lin Bao threw himself into my arms, pretending to remain calm, but unable to hold on any longer. At this moment, tears streamed down her face, and she choked out, "Thank you, master." Seeing Lin Bao crying in my arms, my sense of guilt intensified. After all, everything was because of me, and I had decided to confess everything. Then I said to Lin Bao, "Actually, I have been hiding something, but I'm not sure of the outcome yet, so I don't know if I should tell you. You should rest for now. Later, I'll have Bull take you back to the Nine Swords sect to see